Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Villa Park. Things were going better and then we got a message from the board and I think we could be in a bit of trouble here. So we were going through quite nicely, we were getting a little bit of form back, and then we get this message on the 1st of January that I regret to announce that due to a worse than expected financial performance, they have reduced the budget to £550,000 and the wage budget has also been reduced from 2.36 million to 2.21 million. Now, that's not the end of the world. We had 17 million in the transfer budget. It's not the end of the world, but what is the end of the world is that we already sanctioned the sales of Kevin Nicholas for 22.5 million and Ramiro Osorio for 13.5 million. That was another 36 million pounds that we were bringing in. I think we would have got about 30 of it plus the 17 I think that we still had. Nearly 50 million pounds to play with in this January transfer window. Now we have 12 and not much of a wage budget left over as well. We are in 60 million pounds worth of debt, but I feel like once we get the TV money, prize money, all that sort of stuff, it'll be fine. There'll be no issues with that. So a little bit disappointed with that. We have brought in the defender Olsen from Denmark. He came in on the 2nd of January. We will now show you how we got on since the last episode. So after that unbeaten episode, the 0-0 draws against Fulham and Wolves and the 3-2 victory against Arsenal, we then lost 2-0 against West Ham. We then beat Liverpool 3-0 in just so unexpected. Tulio, Federico Perella and Ryan Dunn getting the goals. We then lost 3-2 to Manchester City, as could be expected. Kevin Nicholas and Andrea Cabieso getting the goals there. Drew 0-0 with Leeds, which at the time I was very disappointed with, but then we went and beat Tottenham 1-0. Philip Baumann getting the goal there. Then we beat Watford 2-0. Federico Perella and Gilles Lemieux getting 2 goals in 3 minutes just after half time to make that 2-0. And then we lost against Man United last time out. So we came back for this episode. We played Burnley and Leicester as we said we were going to. But we're also going to throw in a tie against Coventry City. And I don't know if we've played them at all, if Villa have played them at all during the past 10 seasons or so. But it will be the first time in a long time that this rivalry as such will be rekindled. And as someone who works in the Coventry area, I know how big it is for some of the fans down here. A derby game against Villa, so we will show that away at the Coventry Building Society Arena as well. So 3 games in this episode today: Burnley, Leicester and Coventry City. We can get straight into the Burnley game right now and look at the team lineup. Team lineup: Formosano, Dubois, Brown, Vucikovic, McMillan, Tulio sat in front of them, Neto and Hudson Enrique in midfield, Dunn on the left, Rog on the right, Perella up front. Let's go, let's get into it. Clareton Blue versus Clareton Blue. Let's beat Burnley and let's keep our rise up the table. I mean, it's slow, it's steady, but it's happening. Let's go. We have certainly turned our form around here as Vucikovic, his first game registered, bullets in a header, and inside 12 minutes is 1-0, and Vucikovic, due to the player sales, has been brought back in. He's been registered back into the first team, and Rog with the ball in, and what a header there, beats the goalkeeper. 2-1, first shot on target, first goal. And as I was about to say, we've really turned our form around this season. I mean, it's still not great as things sit. If we win this game, we'll only be in 13th. But we've slowly started picking up results after that run where we just could not get anything going. We've started doing stuff now. As that ball into Pavon, Arcante, Ostavod looks in and Formosano collects comfortably on the edge of his 6-yard box. That was really well done there by the goalkeeper, and he'll roll it out to Vucikovic, and that ball just did something very weird as Hudson Enrique, Rog, infield, Tulio, switched out to the left hand side and Dunn, takes it down, pulls it back for Neto, into Dubois. Can he get the ball in? Infield to Neto, into Dunn, is he onside? Got to square it, pulls it back for Dubois, and it's been put in by Federico Perella off the underside of the bar. It's 2-0. And I want to see that one back. As the bottom just said, this is getting embarrassing. So the ball has gone to Dubois here. He goes back in field to Neto. The ball for Dunn to the byline. He pulls it back for Dubois. Oh, that is brilliant. Dubois with the shot. And Federico Perella just side footing it on the volley into the opposite corner. The keeper had already made his move to dive. It's 2-0. And let's say this is a great start here as Ruiz puts the ball in. Buki gets up and Bucci heads it over the bar. Still 2-0 here as we go into half time. Couple of minutes to half time, sorry. And yet we are going to go into half time now. No more highlights. 2-0 up. Great start here. We haven't been dominant in the slightest, 0.54 xg, but we have got 2 goals, and that is all we need. What a 45 minutes that was. You've blown them away. Everyone is inspired and motivated, and we just need to keep pushing on that. Federico Perillo is really, I mean, I want to check what his best role is, because he definitely looks like a poacher. And we're 10 minutes into this second half here, and Perillo has scored, but he's going to come off for Philip Baumann as we continue to try and get strikers scoring over the hour mark. Now, just looking at how some of our players are going, Neto is not having a particularly great game in the centre and field. Not having a poor game by any stretch of the imagination, but he's not having a particularly great game. And Gaston Saruko is going to come on for him with 22 minutes to play. But nothing has really happened here in the second half. Been nice and steady and comfortable. So we're going to make our final substitution with 14 minutes left on the clock. We're going to take off Ewan McMillan and bring on Jaffet Tanganga at right back. And Saruko is going to take it out swinging corner. Brown with the header, and I'm not sure what that hit there. But it stays out. It's still 2-0. Burnley have been better. We don't want to let them back in there as Tanganga heads that corner away. Cook, with a lot of time and space, can pick it up on the far touchline. Switches it back out to Sarui. Pulls it back, and Bucci taps in, and Paolo Bucci, it is going to be Bucci with that first name. Paolo taps it in from inside the 6-yard box. It's 2-1. There's 10 minutes to play, and we just don't want to let them come back into it. Hudson Enrique into Tulo. Tackle goes in. Rog picks it back up. Dubois, Tulio, Brown, Vucikovic. Rog is very tight there and compact in the middle of the bar. Rog's got away into Philip Bowman. Shots blocked and cleared away by Quaresma. And that was a chance there. If Bowman could have got the shot away, that could have been the chance that sealed the game, made it 3-1. I can't see Burnley coming back from a 2-goal deficit in the last 5 minutes, but from a 1 I definitely can. Sarucho, can he square it across? And he did nothing. He just, instead of passing it to his own man, he passes to the goalkeeper. Bowman goes up for it, headed away. Saruhi in a bit of pressure. Quaresma, little 1-2, fires it upfield. Who's going to win the header? The Burnley player does. Cook into man now on this near side, getting towards the ball on left footed. Boom! Lewis Cook smashes the ball in, and I'm not sure what happened. Satriano won the header. Cook out to man here on the right hand side. He drove with the ball onto his left foot, pulled it back, and Cook's just slid in. He side tackled the player and scored. And what a sloppy goal that is to concede. And we're in injury time. There's 30 seconds left. As a Conte there, I thought was going to hit the back of the net. I really was convinced he was going to. That should be the end of the game. As Formosano gets up towards Dunn, maybe there's a chance. Nah, it's a poor ball. Needed to put a bit more pace on that for Baumann, as we're now 3 seconds over the allotted time. No real rushes. Looks for Dunn on the left hand side. It's cut out. It's a 2-2 draw. We've conceded 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. Bucci and Cook on 81 and 87 after getting 2 goals in the opening 17 minutes. It's a 2-2 draw. We are playing better, as you can tell. We weren't that good today, but it's a 2-2 draw. Very, very disappointed with that. That has took all the steam out of me now today. Such a poor result, and we go into what is probably going to be a difficult game against Leicester. Next up, they sit in 11th. They're actually below Burnley, so maybe it's not going to be as difficult a game as we first thought. But nonetheless, it is technically another local derby. Played 2 of them in this episode with Leicester and Coventry. So 4 days time, let's see what the team lineup is going to be for the game against Leicester. Second game of the episode, at home against Leicester. Formosano, Dubois, Suarez, Tanganga and McMillan. Tulio in front of them. Neto and Hudson Enrique in the centre of midfield. Dunn one side, Rog the other, Baumann up front. And let's do this. Local derby versus Leicester. The first of 2 local derbies in this episode. Let's go. And Nkunku now. sitting that defensive midfield role. Hoskin, done with the tackle. Neto goes back to Suarez, and Dunn will look long. Can Bauman get there? It fell to him, gets lucky, into Rog, 1-on-1, and he's missed the target. At least make the keeper make a save there. First chance of the game falls to us. And that was very disappointed by Rog there on the right hand side. Should have done a lot better. Well done from Bauman to win that ball from Ahmed Hadid. You know what? I'm going to absolutely butcher that. So we'll leave that as it is. As Pirani gives it back to Nkunku. Pirani once again back to Morato. Morato receives it back, goes over halfway, looks at ball to Justin on the left hand side. Can he keep it in? Does keep it in. Ball into Ferran. Pulls it back to Pirani. Hits a shot from distance, and holy smokes, that was lucky. How that ball stayed out there, I don't know. I thought it was going to hit the bar, hit the goalkeeper, and go in as Rog puts that ball into Suarez, headed away. Tulio picks it up out on the far side, infield to Hudson Enrique, back heel to McMillan, square to Dubois with a bit of space, into Hudson Enrique again, looks at ball for Rog, got the space, into Dunn, side-footed it first time and it was wide of the post, and there's been 8 shots in this game, not one of them has been on target thus far. There's the first shot on target by us. We've played pretty well, not great, pretty well. It's 0-0 at half time. What do you even say there? You're doing well, keep working hard till full time. We need to be a little bit more clinical, hit the target a little bit more. As Rog now will take this corner kick, swings it in, Tanganga flicks it on, Hoskin, Neto, he's hit the bar. Oh, and Vito Hugo now, and Dubois cuts that out, and Rog will look forward, but it's going to go into the hands of the goalkeeper, Alte. And what a chance that was there, as we move 55 minutes into this game. Hoskin into Hugo, Pirani now. Back to Hoskin. Infield. Pirani again. Looks long. Ferran's in between the two centre-backs. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. And he's at the bar now. I thought he could have took that on and, done whatever. Dinked it over the goalkeeper. Played it past him. Didn't neither. Hit it from 20 yards off the top of the bar. And the substitution's going to have to be made now. Who is struggling at this early stage? Ryan Dunn is struggling. So we're going to give Rizales the game there. Baptiste Dubois. No, Nikita Rog is going to come off for Gaston Saruco and Hudson Enrique for Gilles Lemaire. Other 3 subs we're going to make, all of them made in the 64th minute. In a game where Leicester, for their 6 shots, haven't really offered anything. That one chance there for, I'm guessing it's Ferran Torres. Yeah, Ferran Torres, where he hit it onto the bar. We have been the better team. But it's that clinicalness yet again that we're lacking. As we go into stoppage time, 2 minutes of it, and Leicester have a free kick. Vito Hugo, Neto heads it away. Saruco now. There's 15 seconds left. Is there a chance for Saruco? We've got men going forward. Gonzalez is wide left. Can he find a ball into the box? He does. That's poor. And Suarez now. 2 minutes are up. Tulio into Lemaire. Saruco again into the box. Can he pull it back? He does. The Philip Bauman, and we win the local derby here at home. Villa Park goes wild 10 seconds or so after the allotted time was up, and Philip Bauman slides in to make it 1-0. Lemaire's into Saruco. He drives towards the byline, pulls it back, and 92 minutes and 10 seconds, the ball hits the back of the net. Philip Bauman makes it 1-0. And that is 3 valuable points there. After drawing the game against Burnley after being 2-0 up, a late goal. Saruco setting up Bauman. It has finished 1-0 here at Villa Park. Nice work, everyone. That was good. Simple as it goes. Where are we now in the table after that victory? You can tell we're 10 years into this because it's starting to just go a little bit slower as I've hit there we go. We are up to 13th, 27 points from 21 games, moving away from those relegation places. We're 12 points clear of Cardiff now, moving closer towards the likes of Burnley, Man City, Leeds, just 6 points behind them. Hopefully, if we can put a run together like we did at the back end of last season, we can be in with a shout of possibly fighting for a European place late on, and with how we started the season, that would be a fantastic result for us. Now, most people will wonder why I'm showing this. It's a 3rd round tie against Coventry City, who are 20th in the Sky Bet Championship. Actually, speaking of the Championship, Stockport are in 22nd, 4 points from safety. So they're 20th in the Championship. Now, as someone who works in the Coventry area and is from the Black Country area originally, I didn't realise how big this rivalry is down here. Coventry have got a real hatred, it seems, for Aston Villa, and I feel like this tie, the first time that they possibly would have played in probably 30 years from now, because I think the last time they played would have been the 2002-2003 season, when the season that Coventry got relegated. So that is the reason why I'm showing this game. It's just got personal meaning for me. The team we're going to play for this game is Formosano, Tanganga, Brown, Suarez and Cambiasso. Tullio in front of them, Lemires and Hudson Enrique in the centre of midfield, Bauman on the left, Rog on the right, Perilla is up front. Let's get into it and let's hopefully win a cup game this season and progress to the next round. See, I would imagine if this was real life, I'm not sure where it would be in the game, that this would be a full house. It looks like a full house in game as well, and that everyone would be up for this as Berggraf pulls it back and Brown can clear it away. I imagine the atmosphere would be very, very ferocious here at the CBS Arena. As Formosano now just trying to kill that atmosphere there, hold on to the ball, rolls it short to Brown, Tanganga, up to Bauman now, goes back into Tanganga, Lemires, Bauman once again, Tanganga, ball over the top, into Hudson Enrique, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper saved, Rock follows up and he's hit the outside of the post, and what a chance early on here for us, and that is a chance spurned as now Bauman into Tullio, Cambiasso, ball over top, Bauman gets there first, can he put it back, it's saved, Perilla gets there and Perilla puts it into an open net and it's 1-0 and it is what we've deserved here early on. Bauman did really well. I actually thought he probably should have pulled it back probably towards the penalty spot. Instead he's sort of shot across, he's palmed away by the goalkeeper and Perilla can get there first. The defence don't react and he just puts it into an empty net and it's 1-0 inside 8 minutes, and that is the perfect start to this game. It's exactly what we needed to do as Rog puts it out swinging corner in and Suarez heads it over the bar. Couple of good chances here early on. We want to just get in, get the goals, get out and be done with it. I don't want to be messing around too much in a tight fought game. We've had 7 shots, 4 on target, but just that one goal, the open goal by Perilla. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing there in the bottom right of the screen as that's headed into Perilla. Square to Hudson Enrique, he's hit the post. Oh, I tell you what, we just need to get all these boys in for shooting practice. And there's a part of me that's thinking, I don't think they're going to like it, but I feel like just getting them all in on some kind of shooting practice individually and as a team, because we just need to score more goals. Rog now, infield to Hudson Enrique, cuts inside onto his left foot, pulls it back for... Oh, again. We have been dominant here, and so we should be against the team fighting for their lives in the Championship. We should be the better side, and obviously we made sure that the side is stronger than the side we put out against Bristol City earlier on in the season, when for as good as we were against them, we lost 1-0. And today we're 1-0 up. We just can't find that second as Tullio now into Lemires, out to the left side of Bowman, fires into the path of Perilla, who puts it under the on-rushing goalkeeper. That should be the game sealed. 37 minutes on the clock, it's 2-0. Great ball from Bauman, fired it into the path of Perilla, and he puts it under the goalkeeper. The two of them working well in this game. Second assist for Bauman, second goal for Perilla. Great ball fired in there, and he just beats the keeper to it, slots it underneath him. 2-0 as we approach the half-time whistle now, and just getting comfortably at 2-0 should be the case. It is the case, and those Villa fans there in the corner will be over the moon with that. We're out on the scoreboard and we deserve to be, and everyone is inspired and motivated as we head into the second half. Tullio is struggling, so just 4 minutes after half time we're going to make the first substitution of the game. Mario Vuskovic is going to come on in that defensive midfield role. Glad to have him back, glad to have a spot for him in the side. He was just probably our weakest player, and we had enough centre backs to cover, but him helping out in that defensive midfield role is a real godsend as well. Second sub is going to be made, and we're going to take off Nikita Rog for Mohamed Lotfi, who the couple of times he's played hasn't really turned in great performances. Gets 20 minutes or so now to really stretch his legs and see how good he can be. And the last sub we're going to make is going to be Ryan Dunn, and he's going to come on for Philip Bauman. Again, wonder kid from Man United. Let's see what he can do. He's turned in some okay performances this season. He's 20 years of age. He's probably a year or 2 or 3 years from really hitting his full potential, and we want to make sure he hits that in the next 2 or 3 years as well, because he could be a really good signing for us. We spent a lot of money on him, as that shot is fired in just wide of the post. Coventry's first real attempt there, and it's wide as we're into the final 10 minutes of the game. And it looks as if, after dominating the first half, getting those 2 goals, it's very comfortable. 2-0, 4 minutes stoppage time is up. We're through to the 4th round of the FA Cup. Job done. Pereira with 2 goals, Bauman with 2 assists. Good performances there from Lemires and Hudson Enrique. Back 5 all doing the job that is required of them. 17 shots, 8 on target, 2 goals. Job done. 4th round of the FA Cup. And if it is tomorrow, which I think it is, we'll show you the draw for that next. Well. Stockport County or Tottenham Hotspur will play Aston Villa. Could you imagine if we get our former club in the FA Cup 4th round? We're just going to look at the schedule. Have they already played? No, they play on the 13th. Right, what we're going to do is, I'm just going to skip ahead a couple of days. We're going to get to the 13th and we're going to see who we get in the 4th round of the FA Cup. I am so hoping we can travel to Edgeley Park. Oh, that would make my week. No such luck. It's Spurs in the next round. Very disappointing. I was really hoping that we could get Stockport County, but no such luck. Right then, we're going to end the episode right there. We're going to come back and we are going to play. We're going to play Watford and Spurs, I think, at the end of February. Spurs in the league, not the FA Cup. We'll leave that alone. And yeah, I think that's why it's going to be Watford and Spurs next time out. Hopefully we can continue our run. We've got Fulham coming up, we've got Newcastle, we've got Crystal Palace. They're all winnable games. Game against Cardiff there as well. We already played them on camera, so we don't want to show them again. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.